Hi everyone, I'm Beth and this is our first take and make for the month of March. Can you believe that it's March already? We're almost done with all those winter blahs and blues. So let's get crafting. This month, Jenny gave us this sweet little Macaron Memo holder. Here's mine. I made this just a little while ago. She's not quite all set. These will take 24 to 48 hours to completely dry, and then you can put your little memos or your pictures or whatever little keepsake you would like to have in there. It's a nice little accompaniment for your desk, I think. So I'm gonna make blue. I'm gonna take my little package that was included in my kit along with some white that I saved because I only used a little bit for my filling. So I had kept this in a Ziploc bag so it wouldn't dry out because again, it's an air dry clay. Now, if you didn't like this color blue and you wanted it a shade lighter, you can always take some of your white and mix it in. I am quite happy with this shade of blue. So I'm gonna open mine, and I found my rings got in the way when I was making it the first time. Could just be my technique or lack thereof, but I kept getting dents in my clay. So I'm just gonna pop those off. And then I'm gonna peel this open, and don't be concerned if it sticks or doesn't come quite as easy as you think it should. You will get all those little pieces because that clay actually wants to stick together. Out. And then I just used this, my big piece, to kind of pull the rest on out. Like so. So now that you have as much off of it as you can get or that you feel is necessary, you just kind of pull this guy in half. It's gonna be a little stringy like gum or something initially, but a lot less moist, I guess we'd say. And then because I don't wanna have all of these, if you just round it, all those parts are gonna stay. So I kind of squished mine to get rid of those seams, rolled it, and then repeated the same thing for this one. Kind of squish it together. Give it a nice roll. They should be about the same size. If they're not, and truthfully, the first time I did it, one was so much bigger than the other. I just stole from Peter to pay Paul till they were about the right size. And then you can just use your hand to press them down, which is just fine. I found I kept getting those prints from my palm right in my macaron. So I took my parchment paper and just laid it on top and squished a little bit. Makes it kind of a fat little disc. Now you'll notice on my pink one, I kept squishing and squishing and squishing. Made it more like a fat cookie or a little ice cream sandwich cookie, maybe than a true macaron, because we know that those are like these poofy little sweet, tasty French delicacies. They're French. Yes, they're French. Why am I second guessing myself? And it's not like we're gonna eat these anyway, so I just kind of pushed and patted on it till they're about the same size. And then I'm gonna grab some white. And again, you could do it however you want. I don't want my white to be as thick as my blue because it's just the filling. Now, if you do, you're obviously one of those double stuffed Oreo people, and I am not. So again, I'm gonna squish my clay around, roll it into a ball, and I actually think I want just a touch more. And this is all trial and error. And again, there's no wrong. You literally can't go wrong with this. So I just like the look of that one. I'm gonna lay it down here again. Take my parchment paper and just like with the heel of my hand, I'm gonna pat it down. And a little more than I did the blue. I wanted it a little thinner. And you can see it's pretty good, but I want it to come almost to the edge, and I don't feel like it's there yet. If you wanted to get really fancy, you could probably get a rolling pin out and get very determined about this, but it's just not that serious for me. Okay, so here's my filling, and here's the base of my cookie, and I'm gonna lay it on like so. So I get it positioned pretty evenly. And then I'll take my top and put that on as well. Now this guy's a lot thicker, and I'm actually gonna smush it down just a little bit by applying just a little gentle pressure. And then checking it. Oh, I like the way that's turning out. Now I'm gonna flip it and do the same on this side. And I like that. See, it's still much poofier and roundy compared to my pink one. And I really like the looks of this fat little guy a lot better. Now, if you've ever eaten one of these, not the clay kind, the actual cookie kind, you know that these edges here are kind of roughed up. It's almost as though it has little divots, like it was cut, or maybe when the dough was put on the pan. So you can use your tool and go around and rough this up if you'd like. I like it kind of smooth, so I don't feel like I'm going to do that on this one, but you can see the difference. It does look a little bit more, actually it looks a lot more like the one you would buy in the bakery than my ice cream cookie. And now you want to make your little stem. So Jenny gave us quite a lot of wire to work with. I would not cut anything right now. I'm going to start at one end, and I have a couple different types of pliers. I have this, which I think these are actually from an old jewelry making kit. I had not so great at jewelry making, but I kept these. And then needle nose pliers. Either one would work. Most of you will have these, so that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to start right at the top, and I'm going to grab a hold right at the top, and I'm just going to turn. And then I'm going to grab it again and keep turning. And the idea is to kind of pull it out so it makes this coil. See how I've got it coiled? And you can go as many times as you'd like and keep coiling. But at the end, you could take your pliers then and squish it together, but this wire is actually so easy to work with that I can do it with just my fingers and a little gentle pressure. Then you'll figure out exactly how tall you want this to be. For me, that's just way too tall. I like it about halfway up. So on your needle nose pliers, they have this part right. See if you can see it from this side. See that circular part here? That's actually a sharp end inside in here, and it'll cut your wire. So I'm going to figure out about halfway, and I'm going to put that in there and cut my wire. So easy. Then you'll just push this in. You're going to set it off to the side and let it do its thing. And in 2 days, you have this cute little memo holder. You can make yourself a little note, a reminder to not take things too seriously. And sit that on your desk. Isn't this a cute little thing? Like, I really, really like this. You know, I can't tie knots, so macrame is a challenge. And even that eucalyptus hoop wreath and those little knots, that challenged me a little bit as well. But still, I liked both these crafts. But this just feels so relaxing to me. It's almost as though there's no thought necessary. And sometimes we just need a break from that heavy thinking, don't we? Now, starting tomorrow, you'll be able to pick up your next craft, which is the Take and Make hanging plant pencil pouch. Super cool. And those kits will be available starting tomorrow. So you can do those in the building at Willard in the afternoons or through curbside at either location. Please, once you've done these, please share them with us. If you post a picture on your Facebook and tag us, or go to our website or our Facebook and make a comment and share your picture. I had a library patron come in last week and share a picture of her eucalyptus hoop wreath with me, and it was so darling. I posted it on my Facebook, but it just really makes our day to see how much you guys enjoy the things that we come up with. I know that Jenny is really appreciative of that, as am I. So, thanks for hanging out with me this evening. I hope you guys had a good time and that you enjoy making your little Macaron Memo holders. And I'll see you in a couple weeks to make those pencil pouches. Have a great night and an even better tomorrow. Bye-bye.